Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum students. Welcome Pakistan International School Taif Virtual Learning System. Hope you all are fine and learning a lot. This lecture is for grade 8th, 9th Junior Boys and Girls Geography of Pakistan in lieu of Urdu. This subject is for non-Pakistani students, and you know that we have started chapter 2. Today we will complete this chapter 2, and this is fourth lecture. First of all, a little review or the revision, the previous lecture. What is landform? You know the name of the chapter is landforms. Landform is a function of structure, process and stages of the earth surface. Landforms. What is landform or define landform? It is a function of structure, process and stages of the features or the earth's surface, or simply we can say a natural features of earth is called landform. Then I told you these are all the kinds of the landform. These, it can be volcano, hills, island, canyon, desert, jungle, mountains, marshes, waterfall, plain. These are all the different kinds of the earth surface or the different kinds of land forms. Then we discuss the major physical region. I told you simply in short question it can be asked, name the major physical regions of Pakistan. You will write all these 6 regions of Pakistan: the northern mountains, the western mountains, the upper Indus plain, the lower Indus plain, the Salt range and Potwar plateau, the Balochistan plateau. These 6 range you will mention the names of these regions. In previous lecture, I explained the 4th regions of Pakistan. The northern mountains, then we discussed the further division or the further parts of the northern mountains. These mountains include Himalayas, Karakoram and Hindu Kush mountains. Name the northern mountains. These mountains include, revise with me, Himalayas, Karakoram and Hindu Kush mountain. First we discuss the Himalayas. Then the Himalayas, these comprise a series. The Himalayas, these comprise a series of ranges in Pakistan as mentioned below. The outermost Himalayas or sub-Himalayas, outer or lesser Himalayas, the central or greater Himalayas, the Ladakh mountain. These are the further division of the Himalayas. Then the Trans Himalaya, it is divided into 2 ranges, the Karakoram range and the Hindu Kush mountain. Importance of the northern mountains we discuss in detail. It can be asked in short question. What is the importance of the northern mountains in Pakistan? So you will explain these, the importance of the northern mountain. Then we discuss the western mountains of Pakistan. Simply in short question it can be asked, name the western mountains of Pakistan. So it is divided into 5 parts. In MCQs it can be asked, the western mountain is divided into dash parts, 5 parts. Now, in short question, name the western mountains. You will just mention the names in short question. The mountains of Swat and Chitral, the Koh-i-Safed, the Waziristan Hills, the Suleiman Mountains Range, the Kerthar Hills. Also, it can be asked in short question like this. Write a short note on the Waziristan Hills, or write a short note on the Koh-i-Safed, write a short note on the Kerthar Hills. Then we discuss in detail in the previous lecture the upper Indus plain. In upper Indus plain, we discuss all simply in short question, or also it can be asked in long question. Discuss in detail the upper Indus plain of Pakistan. Then you have to explain all these, including doabs. And also in short question, it can be asked define doab. The land between the two river is called doab. Then it can be asked in short question, name doabs of Pakistan. In this answer, if the question define doab, you will write complete this paragraph. If the question define doab or the question name doabs of Pakistan, also you will first of all explain doab, what is doab, and then you will mention the names and where these are. For example, the Punjab plain is divided into some doabs, namely Bari doab. Also, you will explain where it is between the Sutlej River, Sutlej Bias, and the Ravi River. Rachna Doab between the Ravi and the Chenab, Chach Doab between the Chenab and the Jhelum, and the Sindh Sagar Doab or Thal between the Jhelum and the Indus. You will write this complete paragraph if the question define Doab or name the Doabs of Pakistan. Then we discuss in detail the lower Indus plain. The lower Indus plain, it can be asked in long question. Write in detail the lower Indus plain of Pakistan, then you will explain and you have to write all. In short question, it can be asked into how many parts the lower Indus plain divided, name these parts. Then you will write the lower Indus plain consists of 4 parts and just you will write the name of these parts, the upper Sindh plain, the central Sindh plain, the lower Sindh plain, the delta region. Now, today we will discuss in detail the salt range and Potwar plateau in detail. What is plateau? In also in 8th or 6th or 7th class, maybe you have learned about. And what is plateau? It is a large area of high and fairly flat land. What is plateau? A plateau is a large area of high and fairly flat land. Today we will discuss the fifth physical region, the salt range and the Potwar plateau in detail. In long question, it can be asked, write a note on the salt range and the Potwar plateau. Then you have to write complete information about this. First of all, we will discuss the salt range. Where it is lies, the salt range lies toward the south of the Potwar plateau. Underline, it can be asked in MCQs. The salt range lies toward the dash of the Potwar plateau. Where? South. It begins in Jogitilla and Bakrala hills, from where on the right bank of the Jhelum river in the east, also underline this, and runs north along the river for some distance, turning northwest into Banu district. I know these names are difficult for you, but you have to learn as it is. These are the names of the areas. And turning northwest into Banu district and goes on the merge. Merge means combined, united together, where with the Suleiman range. Near Kalabagh, the river Indus cuts across the salt range. West of the Indus, the salt range continue southwards to the district of Banu and Dera Ismail Khan. The average height of the salt range is about 675 meter. Also underline, it can be asked in MCQs. The average height of the salt range is about dash meter, 675 meter. And it can also in MCQs at Sakesar, the average height of the salt range, it rises to the height of the over 1500 meter. Now we will discuss the Potwar plateau. First we will discuss the salt range, now Potwar plateau. This plateau where it is roughly bounded by the Indus in the west. Also it can be asked, the Potwar plateau lies or is roughly bounded by the Indus where in the west. In the Jhelum and the Punch River in the east, the Panpir Panjal foothills on the north, and the Salt Range in the south. The town of Rawalpindi constitute a focal point. Its height ranges from 300 to 600 meter. Also, it can be asked in MCQs. Underline this, and covers an area of 5,000 to 7,000 square kilometer. In MCQs, it can be asked the Potwar Plateau covers an area of 5,000 to dash square kilometer, 7,000 square meter, and the height of this area that is 300 to 600. Also, it can be asked in short question. Write a short note on Potwar Plateau. The surface, its surface is greatly cut by deep ravines. Ravines mean a deep, narrow gorge with steep side. Gorge mean a narrow valley between hills or mountains. I show at the start of the lecture the different kinds of landform we can see. Ravines mean a deep, narrow canyon. It is like a kind of canyon. And what is canyon? A deep, a narrow valley between hills or mountains. Hope you understand. And a large part of the plateau has been dissected, mean divided, and eroded, mean gradually destroyed by the action of what? Running water. This is the reason that it is divided and gradually destroying by the action of running water, and it presents a varied landscape. Ridges. Ridges mean a long, narrow hilltop mountain range. Ridges mean a long, narrow hilltop mountain range. Shrubs, water channel, basin plain, and dissected plain are prominent features of the Potwar Plateau, and the valleys of Haro and Swan rivers cross the plateau from the eastern foothills to the Indus. South of the Haro rivers, the Kala Chitta range stretches across the plateau, and foothills to the Indus. South of the Haro rivers, the Kala Chitta range stretches across the plateau to Rawalpindi in the east. Also, it can be asked in MCQs. Agriculture. Now, you know that Pakistan is basically agricultural country, and most of this depend on rainfall. Agriculture is dependent on rainfall, and the chief mineral resources or the main resource of this area, what is the main resource of this area or the mineral resource? It can be asked in MCQs. Dash is the main mineral resource of Potwar Plateau, that is oil. Oil is the main mineral resource of the Potwar Plateau. Some of the important oil fields of the country are located in Lower Plateau, Lower Potwar Plateau. Now the Balochistan Plateau, the last plateau or the the last physical region of Pakistan, the Balochistan Plateau. Simply, it can be asked in long question. Write in detail the Balochistan plateaus of Pakistan. You know that all chapter is about the physical regions of Pakistan. And overall, this question can be asked. Write the physical regions of Pakistan. Then you have to write all, but briefly. You will explain briefly. And if the question is about write a note on Balochistan Plateau, then you have to write complete Balochistan Plateau of Pakistan. The large plateau of Balochistan lies in the west of Suleiman and Kertar Mountain. Underline, it can be asked in MCQs. The large plateau of Balochistan lies in the west of Suleiman and Kertar Mountain. The site can be asked where it is west of Suleiman and Kertar Mountain. Its height above sea level varies from 600 meter to 900 meter. Also underline, it can be asked in MCQs. The height of the Balochistan Plateau, 600 to 900. Dry and barren hills. You know that the Balochistan Plateau, the mostly land is arid, barren, dry, no greenery, and mostly area that is desert area or the sandy area. Dry and barren hills run across the plateau from the northwest to the southwest, and the Tobaccacar and the Chawi range in the north separate it from Afghanistan. The Ziyarat and Muslim Bagh peak rise to the height of 2500 meter. Underline, it can be asked in MCQs. The Ziyarat and Muslim Bagh peaks rise to the height of dash meters. The answer is 2500 meters. In the center of the plateau are Brahvi and Makran ranges, and the Coast Makran range skirt the south of the plateau. A large area in the northwest is desert. It can be asked in MCQs. A large area of the Balochistan plateau in the northwest is a dash area, that is desert area. Here is located a large salt lake known as Hamoon Mashkil, into which several small rivers drain, forming an inland drain system. One important MCQs it can be asked, and mostly it is asked in your paper. The lake Hamoon Mushakil is located in Dash province. Which province? That is in Balochistan province. And this lake is about the length, that is 86 kilometer long. Also it can be asked in MCQs, and the width or 35 kilometer wide. The main rivers of the Balochistan plateau. Also it can be asked in short question, name the main rivers of the Balochistan plateau. That is Zohab, which flows into the Gomal in the north. The only other rivers of importance are the Porali, the Hingol, and the Dasht, which flow into the Arabian Sea in the south. Many valuable minerals like coal, iron, chromite, copper, nickel have been discovered in various parts of the plateau. Also, one more short question. Name the minerals of the Balochistan plateau. So you will write, mention these minerals. These are the valuable or the important minerals of this area. I told you mostly this area is dry, barren or desert area, and coal, iron, chromite, copper and nickel have been discovered in this plateau. Which plateau? Balochistan plateau. Now the exercise. The long question. Define the term landform. Explain briefly how the landforms were formed. At the start of the chapter, you can see here page number 10. Page number 10, definition of landform. You will write complete, and here also you will write the question, the land, how the landforms were formed. The features of the surface of land are the product of two sets of forces. You will explain the internal forces, you will explain the external forces, and also you will mention here the general classification of Pakistan has three major groups of landforms: mountains, plateaus and plain. Then the next question, attempt division of Pakistan into physical region and describe briefly each of them. Attempt division of Pakistan into physical region. This question cover all the chapter and describe briefly each of them. Now, if this question in your paper, how you will write, now I tell you. Okay, this is the answer. Now the six physical regions you will write. Of course, first of all, you will mention these six names. You will write like this. Pakistan can be divided. Here you will write the name. Pakistan can be divided. Here you will write name. Pakistan can be divided into the following six major physical regions. If the long question is asked about all the six regions, then you will mention these six names. Then the northern mountain, you will write these, the further division, Himalaya, Karakoram and Hindu Kush. The Himalayas, you will just write here briefly the outer Himalayas, sub-Himalayas, outer or lesser Himalayas. If the question is asked over all these physical region, then you will explain all these briefly. For example, how you will briefly here just the central or greater Himalaya. Here the highest peak of this range is Naga Parbat, rising to the height of 8,250 meter above sea level. The beautiful valley of Kashmir lies between the Pir Panjal and greater Himalaya. Like this, the important information you will write. The Ladakh mountain, here just you will write like this, which I told you how you will brief. The Trans Himalaya, you will mention all these names, the Karakoram range and Hindu Kush. And just for example, how you will brief the Hindu Kush mountain, just you will write Tirchmir is the highest peak, rising to about 7,690 kilometer. Importance of the northern mountain, you will write briefly. Then the western mountain. First of all, you will write into 5 parts, and then you will write all these 5 parts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in two or three lines you will explain this. Then the next, the upper Indus plain, also you will briefly explain the area or where it is lies. Doab, here you will just write the definition or the name of the Doabs of Pakistan, and here you will explain briefly. Then the lower Indus plain, also you will write the name, the lower Indus, first of all these, and the lower Indus plain consists of 4 parts. Then you will mention these 4 parts and just you will explain briefly the salt range and the Potwar plateau. Salt range and Potwar plateau also you will explain briefly. Potwar plateau you will explain like this paragraph, and the salt range is already brief. Then Balochistan plateau, here you will mention where it is, or you can write this lake name, this is, and the name of the rivers and the minerals. If the question is asked about overall division of Pakistan into physical region and describe briefly each of them. Hope you understand. And if the question is about what the meaning, why I am telling you and explaining you in detail, mostly it can be asked anyone in long question, means you have to learn all. For example, in question it can be asked, explain the western mountains of Pakistan, the western mountains of Pakistan, or explain the northern mountains of Pakistan. Then you will not write briefly, you will write complete answer. Hope now you understand today's lecture and also these first two questions. The next question, on an outline map of Pakistan, mark the following: the rivers Indus, Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Sutlej, and Kabul. Okay, the one question, also short question during lecture, I told you name the rivers of Pakistan. Here you will write the name the rivers but not Kabul. The Himalayas mountain range, the Suleiman mountain, the Karakoram, the Hindu Kush, the Kirthar, Salt range, Balochistan plateau, Cholistan, the Thar and the Thal. Also, it can be asked in short question, name the deserts of Pakistan. Here, this is the answer, the Cholistan, the Thar and the Thar. Okay, what is on an outline map of Pakistan? Mark the following. Map is given in your book, and also the name of this area is given. This map is given page number 11. I show you. This map is given, the relief features, Pakistan relief features, then the names are given here. Just you will outline. Hope you understand. For example, these are the rivers. It is given the names. And this is the Balochistan plateau. This is here you can see Thar deserts. All names are given and just you will highlight or outline. Understand? Next question, write notes on passes in the western boarding mountain. This I will give you notes. Passes in the western boarding mountains, I will give you notes. Now, what is your homework? These true, false, and the map, the outline map. You will outline an outline map of Pakistan. Mark the following. You will mark in your book, and here true false, this is your homework. These are how many? 5 true false. You will, there are 4 major type of landform in Pakistan. Okay, this I'll tell you today. Also we will discuss how many landforms. Yes, 3. It is false. Now remaining 4, this is your homework. 2, 3, 4, 5. You will do these 4 true false. This is your homework. And also during lecture I told you short question, write it in your notebook. Hope you understand today's lecture. Thank you student. Have a nice day.